reason, I like eating exotic fruit, and one of my favourite fruit is mango.
Mama, I like chicken and chips, don't I?
And fish fingers.
I just love noodles. My favourite food ever since I was young. It's my comfort food, something that I eat when I'm ill or like when I just need something to lift my spirits, and yeah, I just love it a lot.
For us as a family, food's always been incredibly important. It's a time to spend together. We love the fresh ingredients that we can gather, particularly when we're staying with family in France, as well as having an allotment locally. So we keep chickens and grow some basic vegetables, and there's a huge pleasure in harvesting those ingredients in order to make meals together.
Well, food's really important to our family, as we like to eat together most nights, and we like to go to Wetherspoons as a bit of a treat, especially if Oliver wins his football matches.
I like going to Costa to buy hot chocolate and a cake after my appointments.
What about you, Mum? What's your favourite food?
Mine actually takes me back to Nigeria, and it's jollof rice. And jollof rice is, I think most people know rice, but for us in Nigeria, jollof rice is very colourful. You mix it with the stew. My mom actually says there's no way you can see jollof rice and you not want it, because the colour, it's just very vibrant food.
Yeah.
It's not dull. So you can imagine giving jollof rice to someone, and it's very, very inviting.
Also the smell is very
and the
nice.
smell as
Yeah.
well. It's absolutely just my best.
Teenage Cancer Ward, fabulous food because it's all cooked ready for you at the time that you fancy it, rather than having to be at set meal times.
Some of our best experiences of food in hospital have been when we've been able to eat as a family together, even if that's round the bedside. And one of our favourite memories is when we were able to have our Christmas meal at Acorn House, the parents' accommodation. And we were all able to sit around the table together just for that 1 hour and feel like a normal family again. Phoebe was diagnosed with acute flaccid myelitis, which is a rare polio-like illness where a virus triggers swelling along the spine, and she was paralysed from the neck down. We were on the high dependency unit at Addenbrooke's for several months, and in and out of other hospitals and rehab facilities for up to about a year. And we didn't know if Phoebe would ever be able to eat food again. So while she was on intensive care, they inserted a gastrostomy tube into her stomach so she could be fed a liquid diet. After around 3 months, we started to test her swallow with the speech and language team, but she was only allowed to taste the tiniest amounts of pureed food, which I remember being torture for her because she really wanted to eat something at that point. And then gradually we introduced her to more solid food over a few weeks. And in this video, you can see her enjoying her food for the first time, which was really sweet.
Yummy!
My son's called Dennis, he's 16. He has severe cerebral palsy, epilepsy and scoliosis. He has severe reflux, and nearly 7 years ago we decided to start him on the blended diet, and this helped tremendously. And we blend all his food every day.
Sue, you're going to have your lunch, Sue? Yeah, going to have egg sandwich today.
When last time we stayed in hospital in January 2020, we didn't have the option to blend any of his food, so I had to organise a carer to cook and blend some food and bring it in to me, which is an extra hassle.
When you've got a sick child in hospital, you want to stay at the bedside as much as possible and be able to get them some food quickly that you know that they'll like. So quite often parents end up using the kitchen facilities on the wards, but these tend to be lacking in things like fridge space, cupboard space for snacks and dry food, There's never enough cutlery. Things like tea bags and milk would all really help parents just be with their children as much as possible.
Hi, I'm Maisie. My brother Oliver has cancer and we've been in and out of hospital for the past 8 years. When thinking about food at the new Cambridge Children's Hospital, make sure you don't forget about the families. Most parents don't want to leave their children alone, so it'd be great if you could have some sort of app that you could deliver food to your room and make sure the food's not so expensive. My brother Oliver's had lots of procedures where he's had to fast for hours on end, like he wouldn't have been able to eat for 12 hours at a time. It would be great if clinicians could come up with some way where they wouldn't have to fast for so long, as this has had a huge impact on his mental health.
I like to eat with my friends, as if I made friends in hospital, that would be really good for me, because all the chatting and laughing with my friends makes all the eating time go by.
So I was in hospital because I had a tonsil surgery, so I was there for a few days. So I remember when they brought food to me very early in the morning and I had only just woken up and I didn't really want to eat, but I knew I could have had to. And also because of my tonsils, I couldn't eat much, but they gave me quite hard food, so I had toast which rubbed against my throat. So it was really painful to eat and they didn't have anything else that I could eat.
One other thing I recommend for the hospital to have to do with food is that the hospital should provide food that come from other people's cultures. And me and my dad are Jamaican and he gets me Jamaican food most of the time when we're in London. If I was in hospital, I would find Jamaican food really comforting.
So if they're staying at hospital for a longer period of time, if they have some of the cultural foods that they have at home, it makes them feel more at home and it makes them feel less isolated and feel like they're in like such a different place. I think it will help them a lot, even like mentally. Even though you're eating, it just makes you feel like you're more at home and less in a hospital.
Meal times are really important to us as a family, so it's great to see Phoebe really enjoying her food and developing a healthy relationship with it again. Nutrition is also really important for her rehabilitation. She needs a high calorie, high energy diet to sustain her through the regular therapy that she has to do and regular surgeries that she has to have. So it's really important in that sense as well, but also food can often be a great comfort and a reward for her when she can choose her favourite meal or her favourite snack.